Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and this is going to be just a quick video on a trade that I did with a friend of mine here on YouTube, Exacto. Obviously, if you're not subbed to the channel already, definitely check him out. We've been trading quite a while now, and we've been following each other's channels for some time. So I definitely consider him my friend here on YouTube. Now, I got a little bit too overwhelmed with the stuff that I was getting, and I wasn't able to do an unboxing. That's why you see all the stuff laid out here in front of you. But if you already subscribed to him, hopefully you saw the unboxing that he did of the stuff that we trade. So, obviously you see what he got. Well, this is what I got. Now, before I actually show you what I got, or the rest of the stuff, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of word of advice when it comes to trading. Obviously with a lot of the hobbies that, us in the gun, tactical, whatever type of community you're in have, it takes up a lot of money. So trading is actually a really, really cool way of getting some new stuff, to rotate maybe into your EDC, getting to know the people, in your community and things like that. And that's actually what draws me to YouTube, is the whole sense of community. I know I've mentioned that before, so I wanted to reiterate it. But, and also it's just the ability to try out, new things. It might not be the same thing, like you might not be trading a knife for a knife. In my case, I traded him a watch for some of this stuff. So, it doesn't have to be exactly the same stuff. It's just maybe you want to try something new and, go ahead and trade it. Obviously, the key thing is to make sure that the stuff that you're trading is in a condition that you would want to receive it as well. In other words, don't tell somebody, I have this knife, and then when they get it, it's all beat up, and, now they have it, and you've got the stuff that they wanted to trade. So, obviously, try and make it fair. Like I said, in the sense of, in the case of myself and Exacto, this is probably like the third or fourth trade that we've gone through. It's really cool. We're actually kind of recycling knives and recycling gear and stuff like that. So it makes it a lot easier. Once you're done with something, maybe, instead of selling it or instead of, giving it away, you can always hand it off to somebody else that's going to find a new home for it, and then you get something new in return. So that's just my 2 cents in as far as trading goes. So obviously, as you guys can see here, first thing I got is this Fenix LDO1. Awesome little light, little pocket backup light, keychain light, whatever you want to do. It has this pocket clip, which is really nice, and then it has a little hole in the back of the flashlight there, that if you want to do it like a small split ring, you can do a lanyard through there or something like that. So that was pretty cool. Threw that in there. A couple of trades back, he actually sent me this Zebra F701 pen, and I've been carrying this non-stop ever since, I think for the past 3 months. And it's a great pen. I mean, if you guys are looking for a good everyday carry pen, this is one that I would definitely recommend. It's like a $5-6 pen, so it's not as expensive as one of the Fisher Space Pens. But what's cool about it is that it will take the Fisher Space Pen refills. Now, since I've been using this for the past 3 months, the refill was actually getting kind of low, so he sent me 2 more refills for the pen. So that was really cool. I was really happy to get those. Let me show you what's in the Spyderco box. And what's cool is these 2 knives are actually 2 knives that I've been wanting to get my hands on to try them out. And what better way of doing that than taking them off somebody else's hands that maybe didn't want to use them anymore, or they were just sitting in somebody's drawer. So first one is this one right here, and this is, let me see if you can see that. This is the Spyderco Sage, and this is the Sage 1 with the carbon fiber handles and the liner lock. Great knife. This knife was in excellent condition when I got it. And that's kind of what I was talking about. It did not look like it was carried. And if it was, it was kept in great condition. It's got the nice low riding wire clip there. Great knife. I've been wanting to get my hands on this and any of the Sage knives, because I don't actually own any of the line. So, after having this one in hand, it kind of sparked my interest to maybe pick up the other 2. So we'll see how that goes. The other one is a knife that I've been looking at for a while. I actually wanted to pick up another variation of this one, but because it came up in the trade, I was really happy to get my hands on this one. So let me go ahead and open it up so you guys can see what it is. And yep, there you go. It's a Strider. Great knife. I mean, I definitely see what everybody is talking about when they talk about the knives. Great ergonomics in the hand. It fits really nice. It's a big beefy knife. I was actually looking at the PT. You know, I wanted to start out small and kind of work my way up, like I did with the Chris Reeve. You know, I started with the small Sebenza, then got the large Sebenza. But you know, obviously this came up, and you know, I figured I'd go ahead and you know, jump on it, and I'm really glad I did. Same thing with this. You know, there was a couple little scratches here and there, but he actually let me know that ahead of time. You know, which was really good. And you know, it wasn't anything that, you know, would avoid it from being able to be carried. It locks up really nice. It works perfectly. And you know, it's obviously, I know that it's not going to be a new in the box knife. So, you know, I was already expecting it, but it was actually a lot better condition than I expected it to be, which is always a plus. So that was the other knife that I picked up in the trade. So again, I wanted to thank X-Acto. I know I didn't get a chance to do the unboxing when I got this stuff, but I was just so excited to get it in that I ripped it open the box, and I actually started carrying the Sage 1 right away, and you know, started kind of playing around with the Strider. So guys, let me know if you have any questions, and you know, again, if you guys have the opportunity to trade stuff, you know, definitely take advantage of it, because it strengthens the ties within the community. You know, when it comes down to, you know, not having to spend all that money. Like I said, you know, we all have our vices, whether it's guns, knives, flashlights, in my case, Oakleys. So if I can go ahead and trade some stuff out, you know, and you know, get some like new products in and test them out and see how they work and stuff like that, and then maybe trade it off again, I'm actually going to be, you know, 100% for that. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.